ever seen somebody in one terribly thought out action blow up so much shit for so many people? There's a lot of people caught in the crossfire of something like this. And for it to happen because of sheer recklessness and complete and utter disregard for the feelings or well-being of so many people, I can't help but find it truly fascinating. So yeah, that's what we're talking about today. If I seem a little low energy, it's because my back hurts and I'm PMSing. I craved Burger King, so that's when you know you're on the downward swing, baby. Hello everyone, it's Admiral Kinney to let you know that today's video is sponsored by HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit delivery service that offers you delicious, quick, and healthy meals delivered straight to the comfort of your own home. You can get most meals done in about 30 minutes. Some you can get as low as 10. They have those speedy lunches now. Impeccable. Everything is pre-shopped for, pre-portioned, meal planning's already done, and so you can have everything done quick.
It was just a lot of pressure from my career. And I also felt like my marriage, like I felt the love dying. From my end, from his end, I was very lonely because I chose to be lonely. I was saying like, you know what? I can't go through this anymore. I have to put a stop to it. But when I said I was going to put a stop to it, because you could say you're going to put a stop to it, and you could go a month without being around somebody. It's not until you, it's not when you say so. It's when your heart says so. Mm-hmm. I kept telling myself, I will not contact this person for a month. I will not give in. I will not forgive this easy. I will not go back. I will not go to the patterns. I will not go through it.
In Ottawa began 20 years earlier, here on the streets of India.
How long has he been working here? He's working for the last 2 weeks. His name is Munna.
The fresh-faced 13-year-old from Thornhill, Ontario, found a cause, fighting child labor.
He was branded with hot iron as his punishment all over his body.
More than a cause, Kielburger found an eager audience, holding court with Canadian journalists covering another Liberal Prime Minister, Jean Chrétien, on his trip to India.
Basically, I want to at least raise the issue. Forget being a Prime Minister for a second. Just simply as a Canadian, it's his moral responsibility to do this.
You tried to reach the Prime Minister
yes.
To meet him?
I have faxed and written to the Prime Minister requesting to meet with him. Unfortunately, he said his schedule was too booked and he did not have time to meet with me.
Stung by negative media coverage back home, Chrétien agreed to meet.
Because like she'd been doing, you know, Mickey Mouse Club and doing all kind of like Broadway and stuff like that for so many years. But she never really like took off, you know. So she was obviously, you know, had already signed with Jive and was working on an album. But we'd already been down that road several times, so I didn't really know if it was going to take off. And then actually one day I was going down Main Street, and they were like, the local radio station was like, "Oh, check out this girl from Kentwood," and her song came on. And I was just, it was kind of shocking.
When did you know? When was the first moment you know she was megastar? I mean, it's safe to say at one point she was probably the biggest star in the world, certainly. And when was that moment? And because that's, yeah, I mean, being in a Mickey Mouse Club that's cool, and it's more than most people will ever do. But I mean, she was like, you know, that's it. It was king of the planet in that world. When was that? When did you know that that's what had happened?
Well, we kept waiting for it to.
Gordon. That is it. If it all goes tits up after this, it doesn't matter. We made the hot ones, okay? Okay, so how long were these wings cooked for?
Uh-oh, I knew that this was gonna happen. Dom.
Yeah, because they're a bit fucking overcooked. It's like eating a mouthful of fucking sand. A good wing. Look at your arms.
That's a good wing right there.
Yeah, but so it needs a bit of meat on there. It's fucking things like a quail.
So Gordon, as we mentioned in your intro, MasterChef Junior comes back next month, one of your many shows that become a global phenomenon. When you think back on all the times you've been wowed,
years ago, I know. I didn't even know that.
Almost 2 years ago.
Okay, that's crazy.
Which is crazy because I feel like for so long people watched you every single day. Like you were on our screens for so long. So to go for 2 years, it's been a long time. Why are you ready to talk about all of this now?
I think for me, it's like I felt silenced for so long, and it wasn't like someone was silencing me. I was silencing myself. And I think that for all those years of just not being able to just speak freely and just like really sit with myself, it was really hard, Alex. It was really hard. And I think that now I'm just so healed from all of my experiences, not just my relationship, all of the traumas and all the experiences that I faced early on in my life. I've just healed so much through all of them. Truly, like actually truly. And I just feel so alive.
You have music coming out, and people are like, okay, I really like her music. Then we see you're going to be on Being Mary Jane. You know, we see all kinds of deals. We see you sitting down with Lee Daniels, all kind of people.
Chris Rock.
Mm-hmm. I was a little jealous. I was like, damn, can she introduce me? But you have to feel like I've set the bar really high and be proud of yourself for everything that you've accomplished.
Yeah, I'm proud of myself. Sometimes, a lot of people make me feel like it's not enough. And then sometimes I be thinking to myself, like, damn, it's not enough. But then it's like, I'm bugging. I was just in the strip club like a couple of years ago.
And who cares? Like, not enough. Who are those people that make you feel like it's not enough? People that's doing less than you?
Yeah.
Well, you don't find that a little crazy? They're not even doing what you're doing, but they're going to tell you?
Yeah.
Not enough?
Sometimes even myself feel like I'm not enough. Like sometimes I just feel like I'm not enough. I guess it's like people sometimes just like don't ever feel like satisfied. But then I be like, wait a minute, I'm tripping. I remember.
What do you mean though? Like you mean like as far as money, or you feel like you're not doing enough for your people? Like what do you mean when you say not enough?
Term used and overused in public discourse, but rarely studied and understood with the depth and rigor that Greg and Ricky do in this book and in part in this conversation. Freedom of speech is important, especially on college campuses, the very place that should serve as the battleground of ideas, including weird and controversial ones, that should encourage bold risk-taking, not conformity. This is the Lex Friedman podcast. To support it, please check out our sponsors in the description. And now, dear friends, here's Greg Lukianoff. Let's start with the big question. What is cancel culture? Now, you've said that you don't like the term as it's been, quote, dragged through the mud and abused endlessly by a whole host of controversial figures. Nevertheless, we have the term. What is it?
Cancel culture is the uptick of campaigns, especially successful campaigns, starting around 20.
It's like about $10,000 a month, right? The only problem is Courtney made all of this money on OnlyFans after she was accused of stabbing her boyfriend to death in April of 2022. So she kept posting 4 months after her boyfriend died because he had a knife in his chest. He was literally stabbed to death. And she kept posting. She kept making money. She was out there. She was actually running around town in Hawaii doing a lot, going to bars. So let's talk about the viral case of Courtney Taylor. She is often known as the OF model that has been arrested and charged with murder.